Welcome to part 2 of using images from Google Earth. This is where the fun really begins. Return to Earth2CAD and go to the feature called Earth2CAD. You can get to it a couple of ways. One is the drop-down menu, Maps, Earth2CAD, and the second is from the Maps panel. Click the Earth2CAD button. Both take you to the same wizard. And this wizard is where the image that I just saved is brought into Earth2CAD and calibrated to the current grid that you're working in. I click Next to get past the opening window, and then press the Preview Image button and select the image that I saved from Google Earth. I'll check to make sure that this is the right image, and then press the Select Image button. The image is imported to the Earth2CAD tab window in the program behind. I'll move to the next window, and this is where I begin calibrating the image. Notice the instructions are to click on a known point in the upper left area of the picture. Of course, this is where I use the one that I placed on the image earlier. When I click on that point, the pixel location is displayed for reference. It's read-only, and I need to enter the latitude and longitude of the point. As you can see, it's easy when they appear on the image. Once that's done, I'll move to the next window and repeat the process for the second point. I move to the next window. Click the Validate Input button to make sure that the input data has been entered correctly. If there's an error, I'll go back and fix it. Otherwise, I accept the message and then click Calibrate. Again, I accept the message box and finally close out the wizard. That's all there is to it. I'll return to the main program and examine what I've got. As I move the mouse, the latitude and longitude is displayed at the bottom of the screen. I try hovering over the calibration points and see how close they are. Close enough for what we're doing. Now I'll display the GPS points on the image. I do this by going to the GPS panel. Make sure that the GPS is hooked up and turned on, and that the correct preference settings are selected. There's another video to help with this. I click the Get from GPS button to get the points. Now highlight the points in the grid that you want to display on the image. Remember, they will only show if they're within the boundary of the picture. Return to the Maps window, and now look at the image. You will see the points showing in small red dots with labels beside them. This is the process within Google Earth and Earth2CAD.net, and it's pretty straightforward, but I'm not done yet. The final part of this demonstration, and really the whole reason for doing this, is to bring the information into AutoCAD. Here's how it's done. Make sure your AutoCAD is up and running and that you have a drawing started. In this case, I'm using a blank drawing. Make sure that the Earth2CAD picture is showing and click the button Send Map to ACAD. That's all there is to it. I'll switch over and take a look. The cursor readout in AutoCAD shows the correct coordinate locations. If you hover the mouse over one of the red dots and compare that reading with the X and Y coordinates in the Earth2CAD list, you will find that they agree very closely. But there's a better way. Just bring the points into AutoCAD. Go back to Earth2CAD and go to the points grid. Select the same points as before and select points and polylines to make it easy. Click the button Send to ACAD and accept the message box. Now switch back to AutoCAD and hover the mouse over the image area. You will see the polyline highlight as you pass over it. The points are there too, but they're sometimes a little hard to see. Look at how closely they agree with the red dots that you place there. With this done, I now have all the information I need to work with in my project. This concludes the video of working with Google Earth images. I hope it was beneficial. Be sure to check back to the GPS2CAD support page for more help videos.